Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and I got an audio in from a coward who lives in Barbados and who hates me and Motley and the fact that there's a woman in charge in Barbados, pussy hating. So he's talking about a totalitarian blueprint, the 52-page manifesto of the BLP, and I want to play him. I can and I will interrupt because he's talking pure rubbish. It's fair porn. Let me warn you, it's fair porn. Here we go. If I can play.
Good morning, Barbados, and by extension, good morning to all of our people in the Caribbean. I would like to just offer a word of warning and also an appeal to all of those who are hearing this message. And this is a regional alert. I can say a regional alert as well as alert for the people of Barbados. More importantly, the people of Barbados. We have received the manifesto for the Barbados Labour Party elections. I have read through this 52-page document, and in my mind, I can only determine that this document is not only written for Barbados. This is a document that is the blueprint for a totalitarian dictatorship for the entire Caribbean region. I do not say that with any malice. I do not say this with any
Pussy envy.
Pussy
envy.
Those persons who are a part of this administration. But I say this from a matter of fact, looking at the historical side of where we have come from as a people of the region. We have to remember that in 1661, the slave code that governed the entire plantocracy of the Caribbean was written right here in Barbados in our parliament. 361 years ago, that code was put in place. It was amended several times to 1667, but it set the stage for what did become one of the most terrible and dehumanizing periods in world history.
It was terrible and it was dehumanizing because the black motherfuckers did not stand up. All they did was fuck. They did not stand up. Had black men stood up, death before dishonor. Had they stood up for their women, had they stood up for their kids, slavery could not have gone on for centuries. Get that in your thick skulls. You are fucking a remnant that did not stand up then, and they are not going to stand up now for you. As a black woman, you are on your fucking own, and Mia Motley knows it. Let's hear the balance of this joker. He's a joker.
And that is where every single one of our families and our heritage has its roots. In that terrible slave code of 1661 to 1667. Today, in 2022, the Barbados Labour Party manifesto says the same things. This is slavery in the modern age.
Yeah.
Everything that is laid out in that manifesto is a deception.
Like he has never deceived.
Again,
like he has never deceived.
I say this with no personal
malice. It's pussy envy, motherfucker.
But these are
pussy envy.
This BLP manifesto has been written perfectly on the instruction of the World Economic Forum and the New World Order.
So what's new?
Anyone reading this without a knowledge of our history will look at this manifesto and think that this is one of the most fantastic documents ever written.
So you thought the same thing about the Emancipation Act?
All of the areas where
you thought the same thing about the Emancipation Act. It was just an act.
It promises
the acting.
It promises prosperity.
Just acting.
It promises
integrity. To the white man.
It promises a whole host of different things.
To the white man.
In 1661, there was nothing promised.
Oh yeah, there was promise To the white
Nothing
man.
was promised in 1661.
To the white
It
man.
was just an act of governance.
Yeah. There he goes to the act.
The entire region. Today, the Barbados Labour Party manifesto is a dictatorial outline in flowery language of exactly what we can expect from a totalitarian world control system across our region.
But the world is controlled.
And I appeal to the people of the
But
Caribbean
the world
region in every
is
single one
controlled.
of our nations. We must not allow this to happen.
We? He's not even giving his
We
name.
must not allow this to happen.
He has not even shown his face.
Survival and our existential
He's a coward.
threat to our civilization.
He's a joker.
Are written in that document. And I would appeal to those persons who are of learned capacity.
The white man's education.
Please read between
The white man's education.
This document may seem to be outlining a future for Barbados, but it is actually a document written for the Caribbean.
What's wrong with that?
And the reason I can say that, from my perspective, and as this is my opinion alone,
Who are you?
is that
Who's this motherfucker?
here it is, you have a Barbados Labour Party administration that is 30-0. Why would you have to write 52 pages of a document to convince an already majority of the population that you need another 3 years in office or another 4 years in office?
To complete, to get back on course because of COVID. To get back on course.
It's not written for Barbados. And what we have clearly outlined is that Barbados, once again, will set the stage for dictatorship and enslavement of our region.
That's it. He doesn't understand why Mayor Motley may need some more time to do what she had originally intended to do. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that there's a pandemic and variants coming one after the next and the world has closed down. A lot of businesses are closed down. A lot of people are out of work. He doesn't understand that. He's a joker. He is a joker. Now, I don't know if you recognize his voice. I don't know what his status is in Barbados, but he did a whole 4 minutes talking and he didn't say his name. He didn't say his name. He talks about slavery and he's a slave. You have to be brave. This is a brave new world. He's talking about 2022. 2022 is a brave new world. Let the women step up and do what they do because we know. We black women know that a black man have never stood up for us. Never in the history of time as we know it, have a black man ever stood up. Had they stood up, there could not have been centuries of slavery. Had they stood up, they would not rape us. Had they stood up, they would not rob us. Had they stood up, they would not hurt their kids. They will be good fathers. They will be fathers who are there for their kids. They do not stand up. They are part of the prison system. Check the prisons. They come in and they go to prison. They come in and they fuck. That's what black guys do. You fuck. Slavery has never left you. And this motherfucker that spoke for 4 minutes, I had to listen to him for 4 minutes. You know, that gripe me. That just like does something to me. And he did not want to say, my name is such and such a person. He did not say his name. My name is Sherry Veronica. You have a nice day.